Games suck now. Right? Everyone is doing the same thing nowadays. Everything is either Zelda, The Last of Us, Overwatch, or an HD 2D Octopath Traveler-like JRPG. I'm sick of it. Someone should make a new, unique game. But how do you make a new, unique game? Good morning, everyone, everywhere. What or who makes a great game? It's not exactly easy, as any programmer worth their salt will tell you. This is something that has been discussed ever since Nolan Bushnell first figured out how to move pixels on a screen, in between his bouts of steamy furry orgies in the Chuck E. Cheese backroom.
You can't imagine the weird things that people do from inside of a Chuck E. Cheese costume. The weird things that employees do in the Chuck E. Cheese changing room closet. Locked door, small space, anyway.
Hot. Right? I don't think I have to reiterate the issues that I have with modern games, or consoles for that matter. If you're interested in my thoughts on these topics, feel free to put my console war video playing in the background while you blackboard or every balloons map or something. I don't know how you spend your free time. Let's just jump into it. Or, well, we could, but once again, I don't actually know anything about the topic of how to make games gooder. More good. So, I'll have to call in some professional assistance. God, did the editor run out of budget again? Fine. I'll visit him myself. Kekis, why didn't you appear when I did the thing?
I was busy.
Okay, well, you wanna make a video?
So, you wanna know how to make a good video game?
Of course I do.
The first thing you need is environmental storytelling.
Really? And why is that?
Well, you know games such as Dark Souls 2 and Hollow Knight Silksong.
Oh, you mean like Mario?
Yes, exactly. They tell the story by using the world around them instead of the words in the game.
More games should do that.
You know what else the game needs?
What would that be?
Well, procedural levels, of course. When you play the game again, it has to be brand new. Games like Chrome Dinosaur, Spelunky, or Enter the Gungeon. Every time you play the game, it's like a completely new game that you've never played before.
Yeah, so it like never ends.
Exactly.
What would you say is the most memorable part of a game to you?
I think it has to be the soundtrack.
I do agree, yes. Games like Side Pocket or Project Wingman are so iconic exactly because of their soundtracks.
That's so true.
I can't play a game of pool or billiards in real life without remembering the Side Pocket soundtrack.
I should really play that game. I think now we should talk about the gameplay.
What is a good example of gameplay?
I think it has to be the hookshot.
I agree.
You know Doom Eternal, right?
Of course I do.
In that game, you can not only hookshot the environment, but also the enemies.
It's almost like The Last Revenant.
Exactly. It's so innovative. You know what else is important to the gameplay?
What would that be?
The roguelike elements of the game. You know Hades 2, right?
Well, I have played it once, yeah.
It's good, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And you can't forget the original.
You mean The Rogue?
Yeah, for sure. Here's John Pork, though.
What?
I'm just kidding. You had something to say now.
Oh yeah. Do you remember which game won Game of the Year in 2009?
I'm not sure.
Well, it was Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues.
That's interesting. Why is that?
It's because the game had a level editor.
Wow, I have to add that to my backlog. Although open worlds are quite common nowadays, there was one game which started it all.
Which game was that?
Disney Infinity.
So it's Mario. Have you played his games?
Yeah!
Speaking of Mario, character customization is extremely important in a game. The character customizer is a staple element of many successful role-playing games.
Oh.
You can make many of your favorite characters, like the nurse.
Ooh.
A Souls-like is a difficult challenge to beat, with your character often using two-handed swords and rolling to dodge attacks from big bosses. Dark Souls 2 is a good example of this.
Like Mario.
No.
I think it's time for the honorable mention. Over the years, accessibility has not only become beneficial for a game, but necessary. Every year, more people than ever are playing games, and not only single-player games, but online multiplayer games, where people are competing with everyone else. Having those features to make that experience available for everyone, features like subtitles, color blind adjustment, and I would even count volume sliders, and these features that help everyone to have a better experience. But you know what's one feature I can't play without?
What would that be?
I can't play a game without speedrun support.
That's my favorite part!
Yes, like having an in-game timer, like in Celeste, or skipping cutscenes.
I think we achieved quite a lot today.
Yeah, I agree.
Wanna watch Whiplash?
Sure.
Not quite my tempo. Here we go.
Okay, siinä on se video.
Se oli siinä, katsotaan.
Or skipping cutscenes, because sometimes they are just so boring.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched a cutscene, have you?
I don't think I have, except when I can't skip it.